Welcome to this tutorial on how to use the free gogadget toolkit to prepare your language learning materials. gogadget is designed to solve the problem that many of the best free tools are either hard to install, difficult to use, or require lots of effort to configure. It does require you to become a little bit familiar with the command line, but the tool is designed to make things easy and help you in any way that it can. I promise you'll very quickly get the hang of it. I'll be taking you through it step by step anyway, and there's plenty of help available in the tool itself and in its extensive manual. This video is split into several parts. Installation, where we will focus on Windows. However, the tool also runs on macOS and Linux. We will then spend a few moments getting familiar with the tool. We will then have a look at three of the main functions: downloading media, automatically generating subtitles, and automatically creating an Anki deck with all of the bells and whistles. Finally, for more advanced users, we'll have a look at using the configuration file to make the tool even easier to use. Let's get started with the installation. This is the project homepage, which is linked in the video description. To get instructions for macOS and Linux, you can click on Getting Started at the top, then navigate to the installation section. Since we are on Windows, we will go straight to downloading the installer. The fastest way is to just click here on Download, and you'll be taken to the Releases page. You will then see a link beside Windows that we can click on to download the installer. We can now go into our downloads and double click on the installer. You may get a warning that the file isn't recognised. If this does happen, you can just tell Windows to proceed. This is expected behaviour and is nothing to worry about. If you have an NVIDIA GPU and you want to use it to speed up generating subtitles, make sure CUDA is ticked on this screen, otherwise you're fine to leave it alone. I will now hit next a few times and speed up the video until the installation is complete. We can now hit finish. gogadget can be opened by clicking the desktop icon, opening it from the start menu, or by right clicking inside a folder. I'm going to click on the desktop icon for this demonstration. You will see that the main commands are listed when you open the tool. If you want, you can just jump straight in by copy and pasting the one that you want and changing the file names to match yours. We can get more information on how to use the tool by typing gogadget and pressing enter. What appears on screen may seem overwhelming, but it's actually really simple. It's just some information to help you use the tool. This top part has examples of commands that you might want to run, and this bottom part has the names of the commands that you can run. To run them, just type gogadget, then the name of the command. For our first command, we're going to pre-install all of the files that we need for our language. You can see here that the command that we need is just called install. To run it, type gogadget install and press enter. You will see a similar help screen appear. Again, we have some examples at the top, and then the details of the commands below. You can see that there's one value that is required. This is the language that we want to install. This is represented by a standardised 2-letter code, and it's generally pretty obvious. English is EN, French is FR, Italian is IT, and so on. I've put the codes for some common languages on screen now. The link to this list is in the video description, and it can also be accessed from within the tool itself. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to set the language to Italian, which has a code of IT. I therefore just need to type gogadget install -- language IT and hit enter. This will probably take a few minutes the first time that you run it, so don't worry if it appears to hang. Let's now have a look at the main functions of the tool. We will start with downloading a media file. Let's say that we want to download this public domain video that we have here. All I need to do is copy the URL, go back to the command window, type gogadget download -- URL, paste in the URL and hit enter. You can see that the video has been downloaded now. This should work for any website where you don't need to log in to view the content. Gogadget is designed so that you don't need to memorize the full command. Like with the install command, we can get the tool to tell us what it needs. To see what I mean, type in gogadget download and press enter. Although this looks like a lot, it's actually really simple. We have some examples at the top, the things that are required by the function, and the things that are optional. In the required section, you can see URL that we used earlier. Other download commands that you might also be interested in are gogadget download audio, which converts your media to an MP3 file, and gogadget download subtitles, which downloads subtitle files embedded in the source website. We will now have a look at automatically generating subtitles for any piece of media. In this folder, I have 30 episodes of a public domain TV show which I want to generate subtitles for. All I need to do is go back to the command window I opened earlier, type in gogadget transcribe -- input, then the name of my folder, which is Sherlock 1954. It's not strictly necessary to put the quote marks around it, but it does help to avoid problems. Next, we will type -- output, then the name of the folder that we want to save the subtitles to. I'm going to save it to the same folder, Sherlock 1954. You will notice that I didn't manually type in the full name because I did a little trick to save time. I just typed the first letter, then hit tab on the keyboard to let it fill in the rest. The trick is unnecessary, but it is something that I use all of the time. I'll now enter the 2-letter language code that we discussed in the installation step. In this case, it's in English, so I'll just type -- language en. As a slightly more advanced step, I can type -- GPU at the end to use my NVIDIA graphics card to speed the process up. This isn't necessary though. I'll now hit enter and it will start generating all of the subtitles. This may take a while depending on your computer and the size of the files. It has now finished running and you will see that there are now lots of .vtt files in this folder. These are the subtitles. If I double click on one of the video files, you can see that my video player has automatically loaded them and that they are very accurate.
A messenger from the police.
Oh, yes, the retired Sergeant of Marine.
That's what I said.
Well, there's nothing mysterious about such observations, my dear Watson, but unfortunately when explained, they lose their romantic order of mystery. My decision was based on observation and logical deduction.
Like with the other commands, we don't need to memorize the command that we have to type. We can get the tool to tell us what it needs. To see what I mean, type in gogadget transcribe and press enter. Like before, we again have some examples at the top, and below are the things that are required by the function and the things that are optional. In the required section, you can see input and language that we used earlier. We can also see that we used 2 optional commands, output and GPU. Let us now make an Anki flashcard deck from the subtitles that we have generated. It will do this based upon the most frequent words that it finds. Pretending that I'm trying to learn English, the steps for a simple Anki deck are: go back to the command window, type in gogadget Anki deck -- input, then the name of my folder, which is Sherlock 1954. Next, we will type -- language en for English. There are lots of other things that we can specify to improve the Anki deck, but we'll hit enter to run the command as it is for now. Now that it's complete, we can go into the folder, enter the media subfolder, and there will be a .apkg file. Double click on it and we can import it into Anki. I'll give you a quick demonstration of the deck now.
Inspector.
Is Inspector Lestrade inside?
bomb, bomb,
If you hadn't lingered to pass the time of day with that barmaid, we'd have had ample time.
murderer, murderer,
Catch a murderer, of course. An Austrian chap.
tea, tea,
Care to have some tea?
You will have noticed that my deck had audio for each of the individual words, common words excluded, and definitions and translations included. This is because I had set some defaults in my config file that includes these resources. If we run gogadget Anki deck, we will get the familiar help screen with examples on top, the required items, then the optional items. You will see that I have defaults set for several of the optional items. These are automatically picked up so that I don't have to specify them every time. You don't actually have to set the defaults, since you can include everything as part of a command, but it would be pretty unwieldy. For my preferred configuration, I would have had to run the massive command that's on screen now. That command is fine if you're comfortable with using command line, or if you're running it as a one-off. A much better alternative is to set defaults and run the command that is now on screen. To set your own defaults, run gogadget set defaults -- custom, and it will open the settings file in your text editor. Like every other part of gogadget, there's a mix of help text and the commands that do the work. Let's again pretend that I'm learning English, and let's also pretend that my native language is Spanish. I'm going to change the language to EN for English and the translation language to ES for Spanish. I will now add a link to the spreadsheet of common words in English so that they aren't included in the deck, also known as the exclude list. You will notice that I've added double backslashes instead of single backslashes to get this to work with Windows. Don't worry if you forget about this, the tool should automatically fix it for you. I will do the same now for my English to Spanish dictionary file and my folder that has audio of the pronunciation of lots of English words. If you're wondering where to get all of these resources, you can read about it in the manual linked in the video description. I won't go through it here as it's very specific to each language pairing. There are two more settings that I'm going to change while I'm in here. I'm going to set include words with no definition to false. This means that any words that aren't in my dictionary won't be included. This has the effect of cleaning up the Anki deck by filtering out proper names and non-target language words. At the bottom, I'm also going to set Whisper use GPU to true to speed up transcribing subtitles. This setting only works if you have a compatible NVIDIA GPU though. Now that all of these are set, I can save and close the file. Running the on-screen command will now take into account all of my settings. To wrap up, let's cover how to get more information. There is a full manual linked in the video description. As you can see on screen, there's even a search so that you can look for specific topics. If you can't find the answer that you need in the manual, I've added a link in the video description to an area where you can ask questions. Hope this helps.